Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ladies Tale podcast. Because yes, I decided this one is a Ladies Tale podcast,
and it definitely is. Like, why wouldn't it be a magazine owner in the house? Like, what?
Oh wow, you could do this and drive. I would be so like focused on the fact that there's a Bronco in front of me.
Really?
Yeah, I would. Like, it would freak me out.
Wow. Okay, we don't have time to get into your eccentricities, Winona.
Oh my goodness, what is with you in the $5 words? Just because we're writing doesn't mean you have to use them in real life. They're for the written page only.
They're for the written page only? Like, yes. What is that? I can't even with you, Winona, right now. I can't. Anyway, I'm Jay.
And I'm Winona. And if you were just watching the podcast and go, what on earth did Winona do? It was so weird. I turned my head and I had like a double chin. And I was like, wait, I have to see that again. But there we go.
Why? Why would you want to see the double chin again? You're going to make it up here? Anyway, we were literary life guys with pop poetry. And I thought divorce was bad with other life lessons. Winona, take the rest.
And I thought being grown up was easy. If only were me, a memoir and verse widows, web widows, that and foreign coffee. You can find those books wherever you find your audio books.
And you can find out all the rest of the books and everything your ladies are up to on www.air.ladies.com.
I really got to remember when you're talking, it's not like the camera just stops looking at it. Because now I'm like plucking out, like just scratching my nose.
Don't do it. Don't
like,
do it.
It's just great. Clearing up my highlighter.
Don't do it. Okay.
You're not here to hear about us. You're here to hear about our wonderful guests.
Wonderful guests, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Tiffany Bell, and I must say I'm thoroughly enjoying just listening to the banter between the two of you. You all have so much good chemistry, very good chemistry between the two of you. But again, my name is Tiffany Bell, and I am joining you all from Gulfport, Mississippi. And so thoroughly enjoyed this, to kind of have the opportunity to pop on. I am one of the directors, partners with Success Women's Conference. We have a magazine they alluded to a little earlier called Success Women's Magazine. I am a mom of 2 boys and a grandma of 2 as well. And so I love all things mom, all things Jesus, and all things that draw back to encouraging and empowering women.
Oh, wow, you do a lot. Did y'all hear grandma? Did I hear grandma in there?
Yes, I am a grandma. And I go by the name grandma too. I like being called grandma. I could care less about the age part that kind of typically gets attached when people hear grandma, but I love it. Love, love, love. The only thing that my kids have to say is, I love you, grandma, and they know they can get almost anything in the world.
What's your skincare routine? That was not a question, but I'm looking at it. And it's a question because okay, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your skincare routine? Should I be copying it?
Yeah, it's called MAC Cosmetics. I go out, I believe investing in good makeup. That's it. So it's all covered. I can't say this is authentic. It is I've paid for the space, mind you. It's all cosmetics. It's nothing, not natural at all. But thank you.
So okay,
real called a good camera and good lighting. That would be stuff too.
Well, I'm in natural lighting with a phone camera. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. So how do you find time to do all the things that you do in a day? Because you have a lot of responsibilities.
Well, honestly, that comes from just having really great support. I believe in doing things as a team. I think that as you get people involved and making sure that they're involved in areas that they're passionate about. I think that as long as they enjoy what they're doing, they don't mind serving. And I also believe in serving. And so surrounding myself with people that serve and being a servant leader myself, being able to serve by example that way. Again, I'm able to not necessarily do all the work by myself. I got other people that are willing to come on board, and we believe in teamwork, and we just get it done together.
Oh, okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I'm loving that. Thank you, Jay, for being here.
Exactly how that
like that.
You're welcome at any time. Well, no, I know you have some more questions.
So I heard the word conference or convention.
Conference.
So that makes me go, okay, when's the conference? What is it about, and how can we go?
Okay, all right. So the conference is scheduled this year for September 9th and 10th here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. For those of you who are not familiar with Success Women's Conference, this is our 8th year. We have had some really great names come across our platform. Of course, pre-COVID, it was all in person, but now with COVID, we're doing a hybrid this year, a VIP day on September the 10th, again, right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We've had some really great names, Robin Roberts, we've had Lisa Nichols, we've had Les Brown, Dr. Cheryl Wood, Dr. I'm terrible with names. Oh, what is her name? Really beautiful. She's a coach, very strong personality. Dr. Sonia Stribling. We've had a variety of different people come and grace our stage. And all of those names are people who've come and visited the coast in person, with the exception of Mr. Brown. We had him on virtually in 2020. But again, our goal is to bring people together, specifically women. We want to empower them, and inspire them to be everything that they've dreamed about, and let them know for sure that they can not be held back. We can equip them, so they can go out and do the things that they are born to do. We want to be the place that we can kind of help make that happen.
This is amazing. As someone who tries to do that on a much smaller scale, I'm always happy to meet people who do and are successful at it. I'm jumping subjects completely.
Okay.
You said Gulf Coast,
mm-hmm.
and which made me go shrimp. Do you have good Gulf Coast shrimp?
Oh, yes. Actually, so that's one of the beauties of living here. We're at I live probably about 7 blocks north of the Gulf of Mexico. And so shrimping is a really big thing here, especially with the Vietnamese culture that's located here on the coast. And so, you just go out to the docks and they will sell shrimp to you right there. Of course, now we have lots of casinos and restaurants that serve really great shrimp. But again, we all just go out to the dock and buy right off the boats.
Okay, I'm from Maryland, so it's a blue crab thing here. But there's nothing like our blue crabs with some large Gulf shrimp on the side. Oh my goodness. I became addicted to those things during COVID.
Yes. Here we have more of those like king crab legs, the long ones. And so the thing that I do love about those is that, it's an easy peel. You can just get the one long piece out. Blue crab, I do like blue crab, but the cleaning for me is an issue from time to time.
Okay, so once a year we get a bushel of crabs and we pick them ourselves and we just save the meat.
Okay.
For through the winter, and we have learned a lot about picking blue crabs doing it that way. But I gotta say, I do love a king crab. You just snap in half and there's the meat. Oh, yeah. But when I see other people do it, I'll be like, see, I feel like you're not as industrious as us mainlanders. We put some work in.
I am from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina originally, and I grew up where we would catch blue crabs out of the intercoastal waterway. My grandfather, we would go out, he would, pitch a tent, go out, do crabbing, bring them back in, and we'd just sit right there on the beach, and he would sting them on the side of the right there outside of the waterway, and and I would clean them until you get to that yellow stuff. I can't do that. It's just I just can't.
Oh my goodness. Well, no, I'm glad you have it easier now. So Now this means I have to jump over to the magazine because we've already discussed the conference. So magazine, how did you get started? And then I got to go backwards. Okay. My next question is going backwards.
Okay. All right. Well, the magazine really it really was launched from the conference. Again, we had a lot of people who were very interested in the conference itself. Our first year with the conference, we had maybe about 500 or so women that came in for that conference. Up until COVID hit 2019, we had about 1,500 people come in to the conference. And so it was that year that we actually launched the magazine. And so we launched our first digital issue right after the conference in 2019. And so that's just become a staple. It's one of the best ways that we found that we can, one, stay in touch with our followers year round and still give really great content versus being able to only connect, once a year around the conference. Just having multiple places to touch and connect and encourage and inspire, that can be done, multiple ways. I love the fact that you guys have a podcast. That is something that I seem to have myself. I love, love, love just the various ways that we can connect with people now, all across the world. Another wonderful thing that COVID has done is this, enlighten us to different ways that we can coach and connect and love and serve.
You coach as well. How do we, what do you coach for? And how do we learn more about that?
All right. So I am a nonprofit consultant. So for individuals that are looking to either one, add a nonprofit leg onto their for-profit entity, or nonprofits that are already, that are already established, but they're looking for ways to be able to, one, expand their network, making sure that people are aware of the mission, the way that they serve their community, and then needing help with their marketing, their board development, volunteer recruitment and retention. Those are the areas that I focus in on, and I help them with their fundraising. So the name of that company is called Nonprofit CEO. Hence, I prefer to work with the leaders of the nonprofits, because typically those are the ones that are really, having to carry the weight and balance it all. They really want to be out, in the community, connecting with people, but oftentimes they're stuck in the office having to do a lot of the admin work as well. And so I love coming in and just helping them to create a system that will free their hands so they can go out and really do the thing that they aspire to do, as far as being able to connect to the people in their communities and help to solve whatever the problem, whatever the mission is of that particular nonprofit.
What now? I said I was going backwards, and I mean, like, we were doing such a good job of professionally asking questions, answering. So now I'm going backwards and reverting back to the beginning, like when we were fun. As the group narcissist, I have to be like, so how do I become part of this conference, like on stage and in this magazine, preferably the cover? But I'll be gracious and humble, and I'll take some other page, but preferably the cover. No, I'm joking. But no, really, how do people buy the magazine? How do they write for the magazine? How can they get their articles in it?
Okay, so as far as anybody would like to be able to contribute content, you can just send us an email, successfulconference@gmail.com. We're always looking for individuals that are willing to, that have great content and are looking for a platform to connect. And so it's open to really anyone, again, that has great content. For individuals that would like to have an opportunity to be on the cover, we, again, each month we do a different theme. And so, again, they can just connect with us. Our website is successinternational.com. They can always go there and connect with us there, or just send an email or connect with me via social media, and then I will make sure to get you to the right person on the team that can get you where you'd like to be. And we would love to have you be a part of it.
I'm not cute enough to be covered, not yet. Wait till I get my MAC on. My MAC cosmetics. I will be so cute.
Okay. Already.
Thank you. It's just that it's on camera. You're holding it really far back, aren't you? That's why. Though, what you have inspired so many people and worked with so many nonprofits? How has being inspirational for others changed your life?
I'll be honest with you, it's the other way around. It's because other people have been an inspiration to me that has inspired me to want to go out and just continue to do the same thing. I'm a Christian, a woman of faith, and so I cannot help but to talk along those lines. But I really do believe that, when the Bible says to comfort and to serve others with the same comfort and service that we receive, that we are to pass that on. And I think that that's just true regardless of what your faith is. This is in general, we are all just born with a need inside to know and to love and to be known and to be loved. And so I think that that's the heart behind almost any nonprofit person. They've incurred some type of issue, where they had an opportunity to be loved on, to kind of help them out of that, or they were overlooked, and because of that, they don't want other people to have that same issue. So again, the thing that inspires people in the nonprofit industry is probably because they've gone through some type of issue that they do not want to continue, and they've been served, and they would like to be pass that on. And so that's a really big part of who I am. Just in my personal story, my mom was raped in January or so of 1973, and I am a result of that rape. And so, as a result of the rape, again, especially, we have a lot of the Roe versus Wade, lots of drama kind of circling around that now. And so for her, again, with the legalization of abortion that year, that gave her a choice to go and to choose abortion. And so for her, again, being raped, you can kind of understand why she'd want to go that direction. But someone sat down, talked with her. She decided not to go that direction. And so as a result of her choice, now I feel as if I can go out and I can help other people who are, maybe in that same situation that are afraid. Again, I think, when we talk about abortion, I know that's a really heavy subject, and there's like lots of ways that you can approach the subject that is going to divide people on one side of the room or the other. But I think, honestly, when you think about it, I don't think that any woman grows up wanting to make that choice, right? And so knowing that that's really not what she's dreamed of, it's just, hey, she's in a situation, she's looking for a way out. Do what you can to help her, love her and help her come out. And so I've spent the past 15 years working in that industry, again, with my goal, not necessarily, trying to overturn the law or change the law. I think at the end of the day, you really have to have an influence on a person's heart, and then the law really won't matter. You just do what you can to love people through their choices and to be there and to help them out of the pit. And so that's my goal in my area as far as, Roe v. Wade, or I should say in the pro-life, pro-choice arena. But again, my goal is just to help women and to love them through their choices, and then equip other nonprofit leaders to be able to help people in whatever area it is that they serve as well.
Okay. So can you tell people where to find more information about you and your cause and how to get you as a coach?
Sure. If anyone out there is interested in needing help in regard to their nonprofit, you can always reach out to me. Tiffany at nonprofitceo.net is my email address. I can also be found on social media, all platforms at Nonprofit CEO. And of course, you can also reach out to me through Success Women's Conference. And we are Success Women's Conference on all platforms via social media as well.
Tiffany, thank you so much for being here with us today.
And we really appreciate it.
It has been awesome fun and to learn about what you do and your magazines and the conference and the inspirations in your life. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for us. Okay. You did such a great job wrapping it up for you. So professional. So anyone listening, it's not gonna be nearly as nice and neat as that.
I can do it. Just as long as you don't scratch your nose.
But what about my eyelids?
Not your eyelids either. Okay, so you can find out everything your ladies are doing on www.andithoughtLadies.com. While you're there, take a moment, go to the middle of the page, see the charities that we proudly support. Maybe you can support them also. We thank you in advance for that. And just remember, y'all, wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. Peace and love, you guys, from Winona.
And Jade, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, thanks for listening.
Oh, I just want to mention, you notice I didn't scratch anything.